Sometimes terror doesn't come from monsters or ghosts, but from people. Today, Mooncode invites you to light a candle, put on your headphones, and immerse yourself in 3 stories born in the shadows of the internet. Tales that should never have been remembered. Stories about letters answered by a dark entity, a valley where the wind screams, and a macabre smile. Welcome to Mooncode, where the fear doesn't end when the video ends. 1. Letters in balloons. When I was 6 years old, my teacher organized a project. Each student would write a letter, put it in a balloon, and release it into the sky. The idea was simple: make new friends. Mine said, "Hi, my name is Daniel. Do you want to be my friend?" A month later, a letter arrived with no return address. Inside was a photograph, me playing in the backyard. I thought it was a coincidence, but every week another one arrived, photos of me at school, sleeping, even inside my bedroom. One day I noticed that one of them had been taken from the hallway of my house. My mother thought it was a neighbor trying to scare us, so we moved. And for a while it stopped. Until years later, I found a box in the attic of our new house. Inside were dozens of old photos, all taken from a distance, watching me. The last one was different. It showed my bedroom at night. I was sleeping, and someone was standing next to the bed. The camera was shaking, as if the person who took it was laughing. That night, I woke up to the sound of a flash. The glare reflected in the window was the last thing I saw. 2nd, Baraska, the valley where the wind cries. I grew up hearing that Baraska was just a legend, a valley where the wind cried. But the children who went up there never came back. When my brother disappeared, they said he got lost in the forest. My mother believed it. I didn't. Many years later, I returned to the city and decided to go to that place. The forest was dense and the wind really did make strange sounds. Long moans, as if someone were trying to speak underwater. I found the entrance to a mine. On the ground, there were nail marks and dried blood. The sound was coming from inside. I went down using my cell phone as a flashlight. The air was hot, humid, smelling of iron. The walls pulsed and I realized they weren't made of stone. They were made of flesh. Something was moving ahead. Bodies, piled up, intertwined, alive, murmuring incomprehensible words. In the middle of them, I saw my brother's face, pale and stretched, his mouth moving abnormally. He was trying to speak, perhaps to warn me that I should run, but all that came out were gurgles in his own blood. When I finally understood that I shouldn't be there, I tried to run, but hands pulled me to the ground as everything around me closed in. The wind stopped. Now when it blows, my scream sounds along with it. 3. The smiling man. The man who danced in the street.
It was almost 3 in the morning. I was walking home after a long shift. The streets were deserted, only the sound of the wind and the humming of the lampposts. Then I saw a man, standing on the sidewalk, motionless. Suddenly, he started dancing. Jerky movements, stiff arms, his head turning at an impossible angle. I tried to ignore him, but he saw me, and he started coming toward me, dancing. With each step, his smile grew wider. When I walked, he walked. When I stopped, so did he. I ran. I went inside and locked the door. I looked out the window, and there he was, standing in the middle of the street, still smiling. I stayed awake all night. In the morning, he was gone. I tried to forget, but days later I woke up to a noise in the yard. I looked out the bedroom window and saw him again, closer, dancing, looking at me, spinning, twirling, but somehow his eyes were always on me, his neck twisting, his muscles popping. I screamed, but no one heard me. That night, I slept with the door locked, and I dreamed about him. When I woke up, the floor was wet, with footprints leading in and out of the room. On the wall, with something dark, Someone had written,
You dance very well.
The liquid dripped from the walls and from my legs, which were now gushing blood from a huge wound. There was nothing from my knees down, as if someone had sanded my legs away. Well, I never really liked dancing anyway.
4. She's still online. Emily died 2 years ago. Car accident. It was quick, they said. I was across town when it happened. For months, I avoided even looking at her profile. But one day, Facebook showed me a notification. Emily tagged you in a photo. I thought it was a mistake or someone using her account. But the tag was real. An old photo of the two of us. Her face blurred, as if it had been erased and redone. I ignored it. I blocked the account. The next day, another notification. Emily sent you a message.
Are you still there?
My heart stopped. I opened the chat. The old conversation was intact, but the new message seemed out of place, cold. No emojis, no typos. And Emily always typed too fast, mistyping letters. I replied, "Who's using her account?" The answer came in seconds.
I miss home.
I started to shake. I asked again who it was.
Are you still there?
The account started tagging me in random places. Old photos, archived conversations, memory posts. Her face looked slightly different in each image. Her smile a little more forced, her eyes always following me. I reported the profile. Facebook said the user no longer existed, but the messages continued.
It's cold here. I found the car. Are you still there?
I deleted my account. I created another one, with a new email address and a new number. But yesterday, in the middle of the night, my phone vibrated. A message from an unknown contact. No name, no photo.
Are you still there?
I looked at the mirror in my room. The light from my phone reflected, and for a second I saw a figure behind me. The same jacket she wore on the day of the accident. The same voice whispering, now from inside the mirror.
I'm home.
If you've made it this far, congratulations. Not everyone can hear these stories without looking behind them. Fear is just a reflex, but what if the reflex is staring directly at you? If you want to continue descending into the shadows with me, like this video, subscribe to Moon Code, and comment on which of these stories made you feel most unsettled. Because the next time you hear a whisper in the dark, it might not just be the wind.